Hi everyone, today we're going to do a somatic meditation, and it's going to be surrounding giving ourselves acceptance through a felt somatic sense and nurturing our capacity that we have right now. Sometimes we talk about building capacity. We're actually going to just nurture the capacity of where we are right now. So grab a seat. I'm actually going to set up kind of like a backrest for myself. So if you're in a chair or if you're against a wall, but somewhere where you can support your back may be helpful. And if that's not the case, don't worry about it. So I just like to take my bolster and set it up like that. And it gives me kind of a nice back support if I do want to lean back, which I think I will at some point during this. So often our bodies and minds don't always perform the way we want them to. We may not have as much energy, or we may just be feeling a lot of resistance. And instead of fighting the body and mind and just creating like a stronger activation, stronger pushback, we're just going to actually notice what capacity we have right now, where our capacity is at, and can we accept and nurture where we are at right now. So dropping into the body, just take your time and arrive. You can do that by shifting your weight back and forth. Do it really slowly. Noticing how you know that you're shifting your weight back and forth. You notice it because you can notice like your eyes are noticing motion, or you can feel pressure from one side to the other. Just notice. And then just glancing around your room slowly, taking in the space, and noticing where you are right now. Maybe this space is really familiar to you. Maybe it is a place that you have curated and possibly it's just very comfortable to you. And if not, just see if you can notice something in the room that is pleasant. Coming back to the center, we're just going to scan the body, just starting at the top of your head. You can close your eyes or have a soft gaze downcast, or you can keep your eyes open if that's more comfortable for you, but we're going to start at the top of the head. Noticing how that feels, and then we're going to move down to the neck. Just noticing, is there constriction? Is there openness? Is it kind of hard to feel that area? Maybe there's some numbness. And just noticing down the shoulders and the arms, into the chest, the back, the lower back and the belly. How does the trunk feel? How do the hips feel? And going down into the legs, the calves, and the toes. You can just wiggle them if you'd like. And just noticing, was there a place that felt really good to be in? Was there a place that was a little bit more difficult to be in? And just taking note of that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to sit cross-legged, or if you're on a chair, that's fine too. And we're going to do just little circles. You can pick which way you want to go with your impulse. And so when we come forward, you might arch the back a little bit, push the ribs out to the side, bring the ribs back, out to the side. And as you do this, notice if you're getting any sort of constriction, if something feels kind of like a stretch, or it's just a little difficult. Maybe you get just like a tiny bit of a pain sensation. So notice where that is. So when I go to the side, I can feel like a bit of a constriction right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep doing our circles and back off that edge. So you could be doing your circles really tiny, but we want to do it where our bodies are finding ease. And this will change day to day. Just notice what is really easy. what's really comfortable. And maybe you can do really big circles. But just notice what's easy and then just relax into that spot as you do these circles. You can go nice and slow. Just notice what it feels like to do something that feels easy. And let's go the other way. So again, let's actually go to our edge going the other way where we feel a little bit constriction. So I've got a little bit in my ribs right here, so I'm going to back off. And then same when you're moving forward, if you're feeling like any tension or anything like that in the back off a little bit where it just feels really easy. Your muscles aren't working too hard, they're not stretching. And noticing that place where your body just has a lot of openness and capacity. And is there anything you can do to make it easier? And just notice, is there anything that comes up when you're doing something that's easy? When you choose to do something that's easy rather than pushing past maybe that edge that you're finding kind of difficult. And sometimes there's absolutely times to do that. But today we just want to focus on ease and staying in our capacity and nurturing that. Accepting that this is where things are easy for us. This is our comfort zone. Okay, and then just coming to the center. Okay, and just staying there and just take a big scoop of nothing and just notice if there's anything different, if everything's the same. All we're doing is noticing. Okay, so now we're going to move into a little bit of a meditation. So I want you to just bring to mind something that you feel like you need to do, that feels like, there's some resistance or it feels difficult to do for whatever reason. It could be something, and actually choose something small that feels small to you, like maybe like a 2 out of 10 on the difficult scale, but still feeling difficult. So maybe it's like a bill to pay or some dishes to wash or something like that. And as you think about that, just notice, how do you know you don't want to do that? How does your body tell you that this just feels like a little bit too much right now? Notice in the body if there's some constriction or a tension that comes up. It could be anywhere in the shoulders, the stomach, the jaw. Those are some common places, the back. Okay, and so I've noticed I've got a little bit in my chest. So now let's just notice what that feels like. Noticing where it is. And noticing the constriction. So constriction is a sign when our body kind of creates that tension, that there's just not capacity in that one spot, not the entire body, and it doesn't want to do that right now. So just notice and let's allow it. If you'd like, you can even take a hand and put that over the place of tension in your body and take a breath into it. And now let's drop that and let's think about something that's really easy for you to do right now. So maybe this is where I'm wanting to lean back. Maybe you're wanting to lean into the chair that you're sitting in, or you could even lie down if you'd like. But notice what's easy for you. Is the breath easy? Is maybe looking around the room easy? Is wiggling your toes easy? Maybe you could think about talking to someone you care about, or a cat, or a pet of some sort. And is there ease in that? And how do you know that it's easy? So right now, leaning back feels really good. That there's a lot of ease there for me. How do I know that's easy? Maybe you feel neutrality or pleasantness or openness or spaciousness in the body. So I can feel some spaciousness just across my chest. If you're having a hard time finding a spot in the body that can stay, it feels neutral, maybe go to like the arms or the feet, the tip of the nose, the ears. Another thing you can do is you could even prompt like pleasantness in the body by taking a hand and just doing some gentle touch anywhere. And just notice how that feels. So staying with that spot in the body. And then just take some gentle breaths into it. Just let it be supported by the ground. And notice it supporting you and noticing you don't have to do anything to receive that supportiveness. You can just receive it. And stay with that spot. Notice in the body, does it get bigger? Does it stay the same? Is there an image that comes up? What's the temperature, color, or shape? And does it want some support? What would it feel like to place a hand there? Or if it's in a place you can't reach, like maybe the back, you can just offer the support of the chair and just sending a gentle breath there. And everything's an invitation. Just noticing that place that you find maybe a little bit of ease or more ease in the body than, elsewhere. For some people that experience a lot of pain in the body, you want to look for where there is less pain. If it is too difficult to stay in the body, then I would just recommend you can either prompt it through touch, like pleasantness through touch, or looking for pleasantness in your external area and not within the body. And just noticing how we can find ease right in our own bodies if you're able to do that. And if you weren't, it definitely can be cultivated. Okay, and then coming back to that task or that thing that you want to do that's just feeling a little bit out of reach, bringing that to mind. Maybe that bill, maybe some dishes, maybe a task through work. Maybe you need to speak with someone. And noticing that tension that comes up in the body that tells you that right now you just don't have the capacity for it. And then just placing a hand there, a gentle hand, noticing where it is. Mine's in my jaw. And noticing what the hands feel like. And just allowing that to be there. That constriction, that tension to be there. And just reminding yourself that there are many people in the world that feel the way you do. You are not alone. You are not alone in the way you feel. And then just offering some kindness. You can do this through words or like the intention of your touch. Just telling that part that doesn't have the capacity to do that task that you understand that it's hard, it's difficult, and you're with it. You're here. And if it feels okay to say it, that part that doesn't have the capacity is allowed to be here. It is allowed to take up space in your body. And then just dropping the hands, maybe just running the hands over the thighs and opening the eyes and taking a look around. And just noticing what your eyes find interesting or pleasant in the room and letting them rest there. Great, that's it for today. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, an easeful day.